I don't often quote politicians, but here's an exception. It is a historic drought, and it's having a profound impact on farmers and ranchers all across many states. That from President Barack Obama. And according to government reports, we are experiencing the worst drought in over 50 years, and it's caused more damage than expected to corn and soybean crops, heightening calls for suspension of ethanol quotas to divert another global food crisis. According to the latest weekly crop progress report from the USDA, half of the nation's corn crop and 39% of the soybean crop was categorized in poor condition. About 60% of all U.S. farmland is estimated to be affected, and more than one-half of America's counties are currently designated as drought disaster areas. Food buying for consumption at home accounts for about 7% of consumers' daily living expenses, and increasing food prices would lead to Americans cutting back in other areas of their lives, another hit to the already hurting economy. What other possible effects can the drought have? Well, analysts are already warning instability in Africa, where corn is a major staple, as well as an increase in popular unrest in China, where food prices are expected to rise at a time of increasing hardship for the country's vast low-income workers and peasants. The Food Institute reports on the ethanol mandate when we return. Just prior to USDA cutting its feed corn crop estimate over 1 billion bushels and raising its price projection by more than $2 to nearly $9 a bushel in a single month, 25 senators have requested that the Environmental Protection Agency adjust the country's ethanol mandate. That, according to the Food Institute. Based on USDA's latest supply and demand estimates, the Food Institute notes that some 4.5 billion bushels of this year's overall corn production of 10.8 billion bushels is slated to go to ethanol production. That constitutes 41% of the overall crop. The bipartisan group of senators, including Dianne Feinstein and Saxby Chambliss, urged EPA Administrator Lisa Jackson to use waiver authority to adjust the mandate for the renewable fuel standard as corn prices reach record highs and drought continues to affect our country. On July 30th, a coalition of meat and poultry organizations also asked EPA to waive the federal mandate for the production of corn ethanol. The Food Institute reports that many industry analysts see feed corn prices topping $10 a bushel as a result of the drought. And while this will mean higher meat and poultry prices in 2013, in the short term, that means that proteins could move lower as more animals are slaughtered to avoid paying those higher prices for grain in the future. It's time to follow the money on this issue at foodinstitute.com.
The Lempert Report uploads right here 3 times a week with the information you need to stay ahead of the trends. For more, just visit thelempertreport.com.